This is a 2019 Toyota Camry in the SE trim. I'm going to give you my review in the form of 10 things you need to know and 3 gripes at the end, starting right now. Hey, if you're new to my channel, consider checking out some of my other reviews. I do car, truck, SUV reviews of the cars that I rent, borrow, and own. New reviews every Monday. Let's get to that list. So the Toyota Camry was completely redesigned in 2018. This is a 19, so the year after, hopefully all the bugs that were made apparent when a new model launches, like they did in 2018, Toyota has fixed them and taken those lessons learned and fixed some of the bugs and otherwise quality issues. So I think the 2019 represents a good buy relative to this new model, which came out in 2018. So number 10, the Toyota Camry is still the #1 selling car in the United States. In particular, it's a sedan. I believe it's number 5 or 6 on the list. And that represents Toyota's commitment to durability, quality, and safety. And so while they are no longer the #1 selling non-truck, which they used to be, the RAV4 is, it's, pretty close cousin. And so, that high quality rating, long lasting natures of Toyotas is definitely apparent in this Camry. So number 10, this is still the #1 selling car in the United States. So number 9, 29 miles per gallon in the city, 40 miles per gallon on the highway out of a normally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. Pretty impressive. Heck yes, I'll take 40 miles per gallon. Who needs a Prius? And speaking of that, you can get this in the hybrid model and you're gonna see city and highway in the 50s. Why would you ever buy a Prius over this? You get a better look, a normal car, more trunk space, a lot of things that I think are better, and you're still getting 51, 52 miles per gallon. So while you can get it in the hybrid, this form gets 20 or 29 miles per gallon, almost 30 in the city, 40 on the highway. All right, number 8, going hand in hand with the miles per gallon, is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. Toyota redesigned this engine and is putting it in most of their vehicles. It is a 4-cylinder naturally aspirated. It produces 203 horsepower, I believe it is. It's got an 8-speed automatic transmission. So let's talk about this engine. While I did mention the miles per gallon, it is sluggish. It's 0 to 60 time, 7.9 seconds. It felt all of that. Now it's adequate, so there's a trade-off, right? If you want the sportier engine, go with the V6. You're not gonna get those numbers out of this 4-cylinder. But I did find it to be adequate as necessary. You just really got to get the RPMs up before you feel like you're getting power. So overall, the engine performance, weak, not really my favorite. Definitely not sporty, but that's okay when you're considering the miles per gallon. All right, number 7, the infotainment system. So having driven a lot of vehicles over the last year, I have to tell you, I don't really like Toyotas. I don't necessarily think it's bad or anything like that, but I just don't like it. I think there are others that are easier to use. With that said, this new version for the 19 and certainly for the 2020 includes Apple CarPlay, so you can plug your phone in, you get all your apps, Google Maps, and whatever else you might want from Google or Apple CarPlay. So overall, the infotainment system is decent, but I don't give it high scores. I would say a B+. Okay, number 6, I think that this redesigned model looks great. The exterior is sharp. I like the lines. but it doesn't go over the line looking too weird. I think some of the car makers go with some weird styling so they stand out. The RAV4 is a good example, but the Camry still looks better. I think it's the best looking high volume sedan on the market. That's just my opinion, and I think it looks especially good in this SE trim, which includes some other options I'll talk about coming up. And you can get it with what's called the Nightshade, which has a lot of the same features externally in terms of visuals, only they've been blacked out. All right, number 5, what is this car like to drive? So the steering feel is fairly athletic. I think that it drives nice. The problem is the power is it's just underutilized. It's 203 horsepower. And as you know, the curb weight of this car combined, it just doesn't pull anywhere quickly. You know, you definitely are not going to be zooming up and down any streets for really any reason. So if getting on the highway and having pulling power is something that's important to you, definitely drive the V6 before considering the 4-cylinder. So overall, what this car is like to drive, it's decent to drive, mildly sporty in its steering, but overall it's kind of boring, especially with that 4-cylinder. It's not going to get you anywhere quickly. Go with the V6 if you're looking for a more athletic ride. So number 4, let's talk about what the SE trim level includes. So first, you get this appearance package on the outside. It includes the side skirts, some different body molding. The front bumper is slightly different than the base model. You get the 18-inch black and brushed aluminum rims. You get the shark fin spoiler, automatic climate controls, as well as some other features related to the system. You got a backup camera. It's pretty nice. That comes standard anyways. But overall, this package represents a pretty good value. Do you have an SE? Do you like it? Do you wish you had gone up a level? Let me know in the comments what you think about your SE trim. Number 3, as always with Toyotas, they include a comprehensive safety feature package. Toyota calls it their TSS, Toyota Safety System. It includes automatic emergency braking. They have the intelligent cruise control, lane keep assist. It's an extra package, but you can also get it with the blind spot monitoring. I believe it's about $1,000, like $895, something like that, to add that package on. And so, from a safety standpoint, I don't think you can get better for your dollar than this Toyota Camry for a sedan. And so the TSS represents a good value. If you want to know more about the safety features in this, check out either my RAV4 or the Highlander reviews, where I talk more in depth about those safety features with the TSS. So number 2, I really like the interior. I think that the leather seats with the cloth inserts, the dark matte coloring is good. They do have some of this piano black up at the front, but it almost seems like it's fingerprint resistant. I don't know if it's a different material than some others use, but then again, in certain parts it does look pretty dirty. So overall, the interior looks sharp. I like it. The interior includes good drink storage, good places to store your phone, USB ports. Overall, the design aesthetic looks sharp. I like the interior. What do you think? All right, and then the number 1 thing you need to know is the price. So the Camry starts about $24,000. You can go all the way up to $34,000 for the top level with the V6. This comes in just over $24,000. So if you add some of the other options, you could end up at $25,000, $26,000. I think that's a great deal. You're not going to find a lot of rebates and dealer discounts on most Toyotas because they hold their value, so they don't feel the need to cut their pricing. But so overall review, I think this represents a good value. I would personally get a V6 Camry before the 4-cylinder, but if miles per gallon is important to you, or even to the extent that you would buy a hybrid, consider getting this or the hybrid engine. That's my overall review. Let me give you those 3 gripes. So the first one, this seat, hold on a second. Okay, can you see my head? My head is touching. I'm 6'2", and I cannot lower the seat.
Before I continue with the list,
so the problem with this really is
this
it's
video
not
helps
adjustable,
my channel,
but if they could just drop it an inch or two,
thank you.
I wouldn't be touching my head on the top here. So first gripe, the seat height in the passenger seat is not adjustable down, and it needs to be. All right, number two, this area right here, I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but I'm gonna film it. This center console armrest is rubbing on this seat. They are so close to each other. Listen to this noise. And the entire time I've had this car with my arm here, that's annoying. Okay, so I gave you the seat height, the rubbing. The third one, there's no Android Auto. I don't personally care about that because I don't have an Android phone, but a lot of people do, and it's interesting that they picked up Apple CarPlay but have not yet made it compatible for Android Auto. Get with the program, Toyota. I think for 2020 they are adding it, so that should be fixed if you're considering a 2020. Okay, that's my review. Thanks for watching. Check out my channel for other reviews. Consider subscribing, click the bell notification. You will get notified every Monday around 12 o'clock. I have a new video of a car, truck, or SUV. Again, thanks, and we'll see you next time.